Oops, sorry to shake you over there. Hello guys, welcome back to another crochet video. This is technically a crochet vlog, except I wouldn't really categorize it as like a vlog because I'm not gonna film multiple parts of the day. I'm not gonna film multiple parts of multiple days. I'm just gonna film all at once in one day. That's right, we're doing a crochet with me today. So if you're planning to finish any work, whether you work at home, you're a business owner, you're self-employed, just grab that work. We'll be co-workers for the next hour or so. I hope you don't mind. I don't want to be like the annoying co-worker. Anyways, as for what I'm working on a custom order. Contrary to popular belief, although I do crochet quite fast, I don't crochet fast enough to crochet like 5 different custom orders in one day. I would also probably get arthritis, and I'm too young to get arthritis. We need to get ahead on schedule. We need to keep each other accountable. That's what I'm here for as your annoying coworker. Right now it's actually 4 o'clock on the dot, which honestly is really perfect timing because then we can really see how much time has passed since making this video. Speaking of video, you might be wondering,
Glory, why are you wearing that shirt?
I did film a Piñata Llama crochet pattern, and this is the same exact shirt that I'm wearing from that video. I have work to do, so come on over and we'll work together. You know, it's so funny because earlier Google was saying that it was going to be a cloudy day, and I was a little annoyed because I wanted to take pictures today of some plushies for my Instagram outside, but now it's super sunny. I mean, you can't see the sun, but it's super sunny. Most of the light that you see coming from my videos is artificial light. That's why half the time I feel like my videos are pretty grainy because I don't really have a lot of natural light come into my room at all, unfortunately. Most of the light that I have that comes from the sun only comes early in the morning at like 8 to 10. It's 4 p.m. and I still have coffee in my coffee thing. It's not that the coffee is bad. It's great. I made it myself, of course it is. But I genuinely will just forget to drink it. I really just drink coffee for the vibes. I'm being so honest. It's just a feeling of drinking coffee. Just making coffee for myself in the morning. Not even just coffee, just like a drink. Not tea though. And I'll explain later. I feel like making coffee in the morning just gives me the feeling that I can accomplish everything that I want to before 12 p.m. of course. Because I told you I love playing the game where I can see how much I get done before noon. And making a coffee and then like sipping it as I work just makes me feel like that much good about myself. You know what I mean? It just makes me feel like, yes, I am productive, especially when you put on a pair of headphones and you really get into the zone of doing work, getting things done, etc., etc. It really helps amplify that feeling. But I don't need coffee. At least me specifically, I know that I sometimes act like I'm caffeinated even though I had no caffeine that entire day. Thank you. But I just like drinking coffee because it makes me feel productive. On the contrary, I only like drinking tea when I feel sick or every night when I'm about to go to sleep because tea makes me feel relaxed and it makes me feel like I can wind down. Where coffee makes me feel like I need to power up and get to work, tea makes me feel like, I can relax now. It's the end of the day. It's time to pamper myself, take a shower, brush my teeth, get into a robe, that sort of thing. It's so funny how we can just associate drinks with the time of day, and the feelings that each of those days bring. Speaking of coffee, how is your morning? Oh, nice. Me pretending that I can listen to you through the screen is crazy, but anywho. And me assuming that you're watching this and it's the morning for you. I don't know when you're watching this video, but I hope that you're having a good day regardless. Enough talking from me. I'm gonna keep crocheting. We're gonna get to work and we're gonna get things done. So I just ran out of yarn. So whether you crochet as well, or maybe you're just getting other work done, then let me put on some cute tunes. I hope you like jazz piano. Let's get productive, shall we? Also, fun fact, did you know you're not supposed to use your phone more closer than 12 inches away from you at all times? I recently had to get a new phone. I used to have the Samsung S10, and now I have the S23. Shoot, I don't know. They all have just numbers on them, and I'm like, I don't know what this means. Anyways, I recently got a new phone, and I was reading the manual because I just think it's interesting to read manuals sometimes. Also, so that I knew how to function the phone. Duh. Anywho, and I was looking at the manual, and the manual said that you should always keep your phone at a foot's distance because of the radiation. I don't know why I'm so shocked. This is probably something that's been around for like a decade. You know what's so interesting? So for context, I was looking for new glasses to purchase the other day because school's coming, and I just wanted a cute little fresh start. You know, being in school during fall semester honestly is kind of an exciting feeling, which I guess differs between people, huh? Anyway. So because of that, I was looking for some glasses, and then it occurred to me that like, I don't know what to do with my glasses once I don't use them anymore. Like, even glasses that like still are my prescription, but I just don't wear them anymore or as often, I don't know what to do with them anymore. I'm not sure, and I actually need to look that up because maybe people donate glasses? I honestly don't know. And then speaking of glasses, I actually learned on TikTok the other day ago. And when I say I learned this on TikTok, don't worry, I did do some further research to make sure that this is true. I learned that apparently you should make sure to not get glasses or sunglasses that are made with real glass. And then I just realized that like my glasses are plastic and I forget half the time, but LOL. They say that you shouldn't get glasses with glass, actual glass, because if you get into a car accident, God forbid, but if you get into a car accident, then it's like the air, thing can break. And then all of a sudden, your glasses could break and then poke your eye. I know it's a little gruesome. I should have said some TMI, but let me tell you, when I learned that, I was shocked. Anywho, some updates on the dino. Just like I said earlier, I forgot that I had a crochet lesson. It's so funny because I oftentimes forget that I have crochet lessons, even though I'm the one that literally measures them with the client. Not measures, but I scheduled them with the client that I'm working with. I don't know why I'm saying client. They're students, aren't they? Honestly, I don't know. I feel weird saying students sometimes because half the time, the people that I'm teaching are older than me. For context, I'm 20. And half the time, they're like 25 or 30. And it makes me wonder about that. The other half of the time, they're like 12, 13, or 14, or 15, really young. So there's not much of an in-between now that I think about it. It's interesting now that I think about it, if I'm being quite honest. But anywho, I am about to just finish off this body and start. Oh my gosh, I need to start adding spots. You're right. I literally forgot that I'm supposed to be adding spots to this. Okay, it's okay though. It just needs a couple of spots that I'm gonna add here and there. And I actually stopped at the perfect time so I could add some. Thank you for reminding me. See, this is how we keep each other in check. I don't know about you, but one way that I can stay productive for like a long period of time is if I just have like a playlist set up of whatever medium I'm watching, whether that be YouTube, Spotify. Usually though, it's YouTube, although to be fair, Netflix is probably the easiest playlist to make because you're just watching the show in order. But when it comes to me watching Netflix shows, I'll usually like binge watch the show every single day. That'll be like my new thing, especially if it's like a sitcom or like some sort of, daily show like Gilmore Girls or Girlfriends. And then I'll like love these characters, we'll laugh, we'll cry, and then the show will end and I'll just be like, that was such a good like, now what am I supposed to watch? You know what I mean? And recently I just finished watching BoJack Horseman, which, wow, that was an intense show. I'm not gonna lie to you. And now I'm just like, dang, like what a great show, but I have to like digest it, I have to really think about it, digest it, and like internalize it. Usually I do this after every show. And in order to like process the entire show that I watched, I typically will go to YouTube and look up like a show analysis just so I can process what I watched. Do you guys do that too? I don't know. I just think even though I literally just finished a show, it's like I need to watch that YouTube video about it just so I could process it more. Like even though I finished all the seasons of Gilmore Girls, I need to watch a video essay of some girl talking about where Rory Gilmore fell from grace. That is just, and it really just helps to gather all of my thoughts into one bucket. Incredible. Although one thing I don't really like is that usually for me, if I look up the actors of a TV show, I will immediately lose interest. Well, not immediately, but I'll quickly lose interest in the show. The magic will just break. And it's a little annoying because sometimes I do want to know what the characters look like outside of the show. Like, and see, here I am saying characters. They're literally real people. And in my brain, I'm watching them and they're on a TV show. And then I realize that they exist in real life. You see them doing real life things on social media. And I just can't help but wonder, like, dang, like, this is quite something, And then all of a sudden I'm like, well, now that I know what they look like in real life, now their acting isn't as believable to me. And then I just kind of lose the show magic. So I usually refrain from doing that until the very end, And it's kind of like when after a theater show, like a play or a musical, the characters will come to the front of the stage to do their little applauses. I don't know why I did like that, but they hold hands and then they bow. It's kind of like that for me, how like you're able to see them in real life and you are reminded that like, this is just a play. And I'm not even a theater kid, so I don't know why I'm making that description, but hey, as close as I could think about. But anywho, that crochet lesson lasted a bit. It started at 6:30 and then we finished at around 7. So now it's 7:20 and here we are still working. If you haven't noticed, it's getting darker. The sun is setting, but that's okay because I usually have the same amount of energy from sunup to sundown. And when I say sundown, I mean like up to like 9 p.m. It depends how in the zone I am. Of course, I know that I need to finish this today because tomorrow I need to take some photos for my book. And I need to wake up and drive over to the photo shoot area at 10 a.m. tomorrow. So I kind of have to like get ready early because it's like 30 minutes away. I don't know. Something about Texas is that although Texas is just one state, especially Houston, I live in Houston, mind you. Although Houston's one state, man, it is so big. It's actually ridiculous how big it is, actually. And I just got tired of driving. To be honest, I'm kind of missing walkable cities. And when I say walkable cities, I mean like, you know, what I believe a walkable city is, and the closest that I've considered a walkable city is my dorm, not my dorm, yeah, living in my dorm in my college campus, and then walking around at night and feeling safe. Like, that's the closest that I could feel to like a walkable city, is living on campus, which is so interesting. But I don't know. Maybe that's why college is so fun. Who knows? Who knows? But anywho, I guess we should stop chatting and get to work, huh? Anyway, let's get to it. each side of the dino have like a different amount of spots so that it looks varied, you know. So on this side, it has like 3 spots. And on this side, it accidentally has 5. So I'm thinking I definitely need to add like 1 more spot here so that it evens it out a bit more, you know? But I don't know. I also need to start stuffing because I'm about to just close up the body and start on the head. Start on the neck, sorry. And once I start on the neck, this finishes up really fast. So that's why I wasn't really too worried about finishing this today. Dinos are usually, honestly, like just a type of project where even though it's a custom order, I can just turn my brain off, kind of, you know. It looks so much better. I'm sorry that the lighting is a little like mellow, so you can't really see like how cute it looks, but it looks so good. And I think I'm gonna add that extra spot like I was talking about earlier. Also, you're probably wondering where I keep grabbing this stuffing from. My hand just disappears and then all of a sudden, a chunk of stuffing just comes into my hand. And at first, I didn't really think that it was super important, but now I'm realizing that it probably looks a little strange watching it on camera. Don't fear, it's just my big old box of polyester filling. I just have it stored underneath my desk because, quite frankly, there's no other place that I can store it in my room. Like I said earlier, I have a small space. Like, this used to be where my mattress for the bottom bunk of my bunk bed resided. So I had to make space in places that didn't really exist space-wise, you know? We truly had to think outside of the box. A lot of the things that I even got for decor in my room, like this desk, you won't believe it, I got it for free. I know. I got it for free off of this site called Free Cycle. And I recommend if you are in need of just something free, you can ask for things in the neighborhood. And when I say neighborhood, I mean like city, but you know what I mean, neighborhood, city. You can help people give free things. I've gotten free things, and I also give free things away. Like I've given away some rugs, some tables that I didn't need, just because I didn't want to give them to Goodwill, you know? And it's better that I know. Sometimes I like knowing that it's going to someone specific, you know? Just that feeling. Anywho, let me check to see what round I'm on. I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to making plushies that I like make so often, like dinos, where I already have the pattern, I typically don't really count my stitches. I just have like vague pointers in my head. Like, okay, you should have X amount of rows for the feet. And you should chain this much when you're making the belly. And you should have this many stitches when you're making the tail. And you should connect the tail with X stitches. But I'm not super specific in like, well, let me single crochet 15 stitches and then attach the tail. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really count stitches when I'm crocheting plushies because I'm not writing down the pattern. So in my head, I'm like, well, since I'm not writing down the pattern, like, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Who cares about stitch count? As long as the final piece looks good, you know? And that is what I strive for every day. And I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job at it too. You can't tell that I don't count and stuff. I just use like pointers in my head. And it works for me every time. It would be a lot to literally just memorize every single piece of a pattern. Wow, that would be crazy, honestly. Even when I'm making cows, like every single cow I've made has been different in terms of just how the spots look, you know? I don't make all the spots the same. Every spot that I make on each cow looks different from the one that I made the last time, and et cetera, et cetera. The value and the beauty of handmade items, am I right? Or am I right? Anyway, I'm gonna keep working on this, and you keep working on whatever you're working on. And let's just chill, get things done. Oh, and if you're wondering, right now I'm listening to the podcast, 2 Hot Takes. Basically, if you're really into listening to Reddit stories, that's the podcast for you. Usually, I used to just listen to Emma Chamberlain's podcast, Anything Goes, and true crime podcasts. But the thing about true crime podcasts is that after listening to them for a while, I start to my countenance just starts to get sad. Like I just feel more sad, and more, my heart starts to race more as I just go out doing daily things. And usually that's when I know that I need to take a break from true crime, because when I do, my brain feels lighter and I feel more at ease, you know? Because listening to gruesome cases, I don't know if our brains are meant to listen to terrible things like that happening all the time. I don't think our brains are actually made for that, now that I think about it. So it's been a while, and honestly, I can't remember the last time I listened to true crime because of it. And I don't really mind too much. Now I just listen to podcasts of people just talking about their thoughts. And people talking about advice that they've learned. You know, podcasts where I can grow, podcasts where I can think. Those are the podcasts that I watch now. And they don't keep me up at night, you know? Well, that's that for the head. Just finished it off. I'm gonna sew it up, and then we only have eyes and bumps. I'm pretty excited. We've come to a close. I finally finished the dino. As you can see, honestly, this took a bit. It actually did. I'm not gonna lie to you. It did not take that much work. But wow, we really did that. And I'm just now realizing how big this dino is. Now, of course, it's not completely done. I still have to do the eyes, which takes like literally 5 minutes max. I'm not really worried about that. I just have to ask the customer what color she wants them to be. This is how much yarn I ended up with. Are you kidding? And I used up 2 balls of this red yarn. I'm honestly shocked, but I hope that you enjoyed this fun crochet with me. Let me know if you want me to do less talking and more just crocheting. Let me know if you want me to do more crocheting and less talking. Let me know anything that's on your mind, really. I mean, this whole video was pretty much me just crocheting, finishing a project, and speaking about what was on my mind. A very chill video, but thank you for watching this entire thing. You did great, by the way. You really got your work done. Like, this video was quite a long one, and you got a lot done. So, round of applause for you. Remember to drink water, rest, eat healthy, live better, and I'll see you guys real soon. Take care.